Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the quarterly review homework. Alright, so for number 1, we're going to simplify under the radical first. Remember, we're going to break that up into bite-sized pieces, so everything needs to be broken up. So, we have the square root of 124 in our y equals. We're going to simplify that by dividing it by x squared. So you're going to get that this is 2 rad 31. This is 2 rad 31. I'll change colors. This is x to the 5th. That can be broken up into x squared rad x. And y to the 8th can be broken up into, well, 4 pairs of 2 come out. There's no leftovers, so this is your radical. So everything that's out front is going to go in front of a radical. 2x squared y to the 4th. And on the inside, we're going to have all those leftovers, 31x. Okay? 31x. That's what's on the inside. Now, there was originally that little 3x on the outside. So the only thing you have to remember to do is to multiply that with what's in front here. So your answer is going to be 6x cubed, y to the 4th, radical 31x. So that's your answer to the first one. Okay, now there's a quick little thing here. I made a mistake when I was typing this up. This should really be x on the outside. This should really be an x to the first. So we're just going to pretend like that x squared really is not there. Okay, when we subtract, we're going to simplify both radicals. All right, so I'm going to break it up. Rad 6, rad x cubed. All right. Rad 6 can't be simplified any further, so that's going to stay. But I can take one pair from x cubed, and there's 1 left over. All right? So that makes this x radical 6x. Now for this one, I want to simplify it the square root of 24 and the square root of x. Now 24 is actually 2 rad 6. And radical x stays by itself. So here I have 2 radical 6x. Now don't forget about that x that's out front. So you're going to multiply this by negative x. So this is x rad 6x minus 2x rad 6x. 1x minus 2x. I can combine these because the radicals are the same. You're going to get negative 1x radical 6x. This is going to be your answer. Negative 1x radical 6x. Okay? So this one, we need a little more simplification. All right? So we're going to circle the radicals first. That's what we're breaking up. The a we're going to multiply at the end. All right? So a gets multiplied by my final thing, and b gets multiplied by my simplified radical. So here I have the square root of 27, the square root of a, the square root of b cubed. Over here, I have the square root of 75, the square root of a cubed, and the square root of b. 27 is 3 rad 3. A can't be split up, and b cubed is b rad b. So inside this parentheses here, we're going to have 3b radical 3ab. On this side of town, the square root of 75 is 5 rad 3. I can take one pair with 1 left over, and b can't be broken up. So over here I'm going to have 5a rad 3ab. All right, so now we're just going to do our little multiplication. A times 3b is 3ab. Bring down the radical, 3ab, same thing. And then here I'm going to have 5ab radical 3ab. If you notice, the radicals are the same, and we have like terms on the outside. So 3ab plus 5ab is 8ab, radical 3ab. All right, next page. Solve the following equation using the method stated below. All right, so first we're going to use the quad formula. That's x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so here we're already in standard form. My A is 2, my B is negative 18, and my C is negative 12. Okay, so we're going to plug that into the formula. X is equal to negative B plus or minus the square root. And under there I'm going to have B squared minus 4 times 2 times, oh gosh, negative 12. All over 2 times 2. So let's see how this goes. X equals 18 plus or minus something over 4. Let's put that in our calc. We're going to see what negative 18 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 12 is. We get this number here. Ha, ha, ha. Let's simplify the radical. 18 plus or minus. That is going to be 420 divided by x squared, 2 rad 105. Now this can be broken down. 9 over 4 is really 4.5 plus or minus 0.5 radical 105. So that's really what your answer is. 4.5 equals, x equals 4.5 plus or minus 0.5 rad 105. If you're a fractions person, you can also write it like this. X equals 9 over 2 plus or minus 1 over 2 radical 105. These are your two answers. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same equation, but now we're going to complete the square. To complete the square, we cannot begin until we divide out the leading coefficient from everything. So now I have that x squared minus 9x minus 6 is equal to 0. Leading coefficient is 1, so now I can begin. I'm going to start by adding 6 to the other side. X squared minus 9x plus box is equal to 6 plus box. All right, now it's time to half. Half of negative 9 is negative 4. Okay, so this keeps popping up. We're going to erase this. This didn't happen because this ain't right. All right, so just don't mind me. So half of negative 9, we're going to stick with fractions. So I have negative 9 over 2 squared. And that's going to be 81 over 4 being added to both sides.
Who you got in here?
All right, so now on this side, we're going to do x minus 9 halves squared. That's in the bubble. That half just slides down. And then on this side, we're going to have, when I add this together, hit math, enter, enter, I get 105 over 4. Square root both sides. Now, watch this. When I square root this, radical goes, the 2 goes, so x minus 9 over 2. Now, guys, over here, when I square root 105, you're going to leave it like that, but what's the square root of 4? Oh, it's 2. So now, this is what you have, right? So now you're going to add the 9 halves to the other side. Oh, no. So your answer is x is equal to 9 over 2 plus or minus radical 105 over 2. Now let's make sure that matches with what we had before. Up here, that's 9 halves plus or minus 1 half rad 105. It's the same thing, same exact thing. All right, so complete the square. Remember to half, square, share. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great night.